Mr. Grable. I'm gonna do my best to show you how to set up this Google Slide project for our 9 truths and 3 lies. So you should be pulling up your Google Slide like blank doc from the classroom assignments, but here it is, and we purposely put a completely blank slide so you guys can build it from scratch. So here we go. First thing that we want to do is we're going to insert a shape. So you can go to insert, you can go to shape, or I just use this shortcut right here. So shape, we're gonna we're gonna draw a bit of a square. This is just a spot to hold the place for a QR code. So I'm going to go ahead and infill this as just yellow so it's able to stand out. I'll change the border color to blue. Um, so that's where I'm going to put the QR code later. The next step is to make sure that we title and put our name on it. So we go to insert, we're going to do word art. So we're going to do 9 truths and 3 lies. Now I'm going to show you how to do this with your name too. So it's the same font. So you hold shift and enter and it will get you a new line. If not, it will like just insert it. So we'll undo that. We'll go to insert, word art. We'll do 9 truths and 3 lies. Shift, enter, first and last name, right? So when this is on here, we're going to put it in this top left-hand corner. We're going to stretch it out a little bit. And it's really important that you customize this word art. So go ahead and pick a different font that's going to be easy to read. And I'm just going to go, I'll go with permanent markers is usually like my default one. And you're going to want to change the fill color and the border color in some capacity. How you do this is up to you. If you go to format options, there is like a drop shadow or a reflection too that you can play around with these format options, and you can always change here. So if I wanted to change some of these different options, I can. So I'm just going to leave this all alone. So, all right, that's looking good enough for this demo video. Now, we do want to change the background of this slide. Now, we're going to put a table in here with our statements. So we don't want an image for our background. So to change the background of a Google slide, you can go to background. Like I'm not clicked on anything. If I click on something, my options change. So I'm clicked off background, or you can right click and go to change background. Now we're not going to do this image, right? So we can change our color. There's a couple of different options here. So you can just do one like solid color. That's fine too. But if you go to gradient, you can change these gradients. And what I really like about these with this gradient is you can customize it. So you have your different types of gradients. So radial is like a circle. Linear is top to bottom. And you can you can change all these different setups of like where it fades and things like that. You can also add gradient stop. So I'm going to add a stop and I will add it in between the middle here. So let's add, and I'm just going to do a yellow here. That's cool. So now if I go back over here and add another one, it goes in between the two. Let's make it red. Let's go over to this one. Let's add another one. So you can really customize these. To me, like this one looks great. I like the different gradient colors. I'm just going to go with a simpler color. That way it's easier for me to pick my font colors later. So I'm just going to go with, let's not go with yellow. Let's go with like this. And this, like, I really don't like all these colors. I didn't pay attention too much to the art teacher, Mr. Lacrosse, with color theory. So I'm just going to do things that stand out for me. So, all right, that's the basic setup. QR code is going to go in here, and that's another video, but we'll get to that. So now we're going to insert a table to put in our 12 statements. So here we go. We're going to insert table, and there's 12, so I can do 3 by 4 or 4 by 3. I'm going to go 4x3, and we insert this table. And before you start clicking around, we do want to expand it here. And I'm not going all the way to the edge. I want a little bit of room. So it's nice. You see those red lines pop up to help guide. Now, when I click off of here, you can see this grid 4, 8, 12, but these guidelines are really narrow. So I'm going to click on it all again, and this is how we're going to change our guidelines. So we are going to go right up here to border color. I want this to be white so it stands out, and we're going to go like 4. Let's go, we can even go 8. So that's really nice. Now I'm able to see this. And I don't know if I really like that white for that border color. So if I click on it, and there's definitely a difference. This is the one cell. This is the entire sheet. So let's go ahead, and I always go with yellow for my examples because it stands out. All right. Now, we have these 12. Now, you'll notice that when I start to click and type in for my fonts here, it's really small, and it's not centered. So let's format this entire table all at once. So we're going to select all 12 of them. So you see how I just clicked and dragged to select them. You want to go from corner to corner to do that, right? You can like hold control and just click on a couple of them, or shift will let you select these two, but you want all of them. A couple of different ways to do that. So we're going to select all of them, and I'm going to change my font to, we'll go this one. We're going to up our size, and we're going to center it. So over here to the right. Now, some of you may have to click on these 3 dots to expand it, but and you do have this like to hide the menus. I like all my menus up. So we're going to format this to be centered and aligned top and bottom too. So here's my first one. My favorite color is blue. Now, on my other screen, I have all of my statements from my Google Forms. Here, look, here they are, right? So I would just go back and forth between the 2 tabs, right? So I'm going to type in all 12 of my statements here, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So I got my 12 statements in, and you already know the answers from the last video. And, to be honest, I think that I can make this a little bit larger with the font size. So I just select all, and all right, they seem to be fitting in there pretty good. Now, you'll notice that right now, this background of this slide is transparent, right? Like you can just see right through it. So let's say I wanted to change this slide, the background color, to white. That's how you do it. So I love to read. Let's say I just click on this slide and I go to the fill color, and you can change these fill colors to whatever you would like. You can even customize them with those gradients or customize the color. So I've seen some amazing different ones, different themes. So you be creative. Make sure that your text is it's easy to read. So I can like make that one like that. All right. So I love to read right now with that black. It's kind of tough with this gradient color. So maybe I would change my font color. So you have to highlight your font, and then right here is the text color. So I can change this to white. That's definitely not easier to read. I can go like with purple, like, this gradient color stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and undo all these choices that I was showing you, because we're just going to kind of move along. So I'm going to change these 3, that backfill color, to this light yellow. Okay, I feel like that's okay. We're going to change this one to a light orange. Okay, all right, I guess. And we'll change this one to white. I'm just kind of picking colors here to move through, like an off-white. I think that looks cool. And we'll change this one to red. Okay, that's fine. I really don't like this border color now, so I'm going to change this outside for the whole one. So where you click is really important. So here we go. I'm on the whole thing. I'm going to change this border color to black. There we go. I feel like that's popping. Okay. Now, a couple other things I want to show you if you want to like level up your project, and some different options is how to insert some pictures in here without the background. So one of my favorite websites is remove.bg. This is really simple and easy to use. And I don't like pizza, so I'm going to do another tab, and I'm going to do a pizza slice. And I'm just going to search for images to find this. And I will go with this one. So you click on it and then right click, copy image, and you go to remove background. You don't need to sign in or anything. We're going to keep things really simple, and Control V will paste that image and it removed the background. And you don't need to download it. We're not going to edit it. We're not going to add a design. We're just going to right click on here and click copy image. We go back to our Google Slides, and Control V is that paste. So now I can resize it. I don't like pizza, but you see how it's over the text? We don't want that. I want this like in the background. So you click on this. You can always go to format options. We have all of these different options, and this one would be size, not size and rotation, but position. That's not what I want either. But you can recolor and you can do some different things like that too. But to change the order here, we're going to right click on the image and go to order. We're going to send backwards. Whoops, not that far. Let's order, send it back. Wait, this is a horrible example. I'm so sorry. So let's go ahead and click on, why is it, let's try it again. Order, send backwards. That's not what I want at all. Let's see if I can get this table. Order, let's send back. All right, well, I'm not super happy with why I'm not able to order this the way that I'm supposed to. And so I'm just going to put this off to the side right now because I'm recording. I don't want to go back and redo it all. So I don't like pizza. You can put that there. If you wanted to add any like images or graphics, you can do that with remove background. And yeah, usually it's order and bring forward, bring backwards is usually how we do this, but it doesn't want to work right now. But this is kind of the basics of setting up your Google slide and customizing it. This is really going to be a nice display. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to put in a QR code in here so people can scan it with a device and take your quiz and get a score. I apologize about the ordering for these images, but I'm sure we can figure it out. Hope this helped. You're probably going to have to go back and rewatch some of this for different skills, but let me know if you have questions. Bye.